You know what they say about a dog who chases his tail? Picture a dog chasing his tail. That's what we are as people when we chase perceptions. But when you align with the divine and you go after purpose, that's the only thing that's going to fulfill you. That's what you were created for. You know, I ask people, I say, hey, are you in control of yourself? They say, yeah. So how are you in control of something you didn't create? You didn't even create yourself. How are you in control of it? They go, oh, I didn't think of that. So I'm going to give you one more. All right, do you create your own thoughts or do you receive them? Oh, I create them. I go, oh, really? You ever find yourself saying, why am I thinking like that? You get a choice, a free will to choose which thoughts you put into action. Long story short, brother, I chose a long time ago to be a humanitarian, doing philanthropic work, and I won a United Nations award from the very same Mormons that robbed me and my family of $798,000. You know how hard it is to get $450,000 from Oppenheimer as a young black African American from Watts? Because you have the only natural alkaline source water. In 2004, that Forbes and Trinity, it was Forbes' fastest growing water source. We had a lawsuit going on.
Where's it out of? Where's your water out of? Where's your water out of?
Boise, Idaho, brother, the bottom of Sun Valley, 16 years. It goes 2.2 miles deep, 16,000 years old, the only geothermal water source. We had a lawsuit in 2004 with Nestle, beat them after 10 years in 2014. I raised $798,000 at an acquisition company, and the guys screwed me. The Mormons screwed me, bro. They used all of my Hollywood contacts, all of my resources to get my money. They rolled it into a whole new company called Global Resource and sold it to the Heck family. I was supposed to retain the bulk water rights because at that time I learned shipping water cost because of weight.
Yeah.
So the most important thing where you make your money is in bulk. For natural disasters, God was showing me this healing water because in the future, the water, liquid gold, water's gold, bro. That's the only thing that matters. You can go 24 days without eating, go 2 days without drinking water, see what happens.
Yeah.
So not only did we find the only natural alkaline source water that flows out of the earth, there's no pumping, there's no geysers, there's no purification process. It's the purest water on the planet, guaranteed by the NASA, the FPA, EPA. Okay, this why Nestle and Whole Foods and all these guys had a lawsuit. But if it wasn't for the good stewardship, okay, of Gordon, the old wise man who kept the water as a healing hot springs, letting people come and fish and go to the cabin. This is what it was created for. I learned stewardship at a young age, bro. The Mormons taught me
we're gonna talk water because water is the most valuable asset on the planet. But my buddy has a 3,200 deep well in Hawaii with a natural occurring alkaline water, and he's trying to raise $5 million to pull it out. So I'm trying to help him raise that money. But
listen to this. Any water source that is actually, like, you gotta understand, Hawaii, that's geothermal because that's volcanic. So wherever that water is coming from, it's coming from a very, let's just put it like this, mineral-rich source.
Yes.
Okay? And when water is around certain minerals, the minerals attaches itself to the water molecules. Water can be programmed.
Yes.
Right? It has molecules that can be programmed. It has memory.
Yes.
So when water sits in geothermal, it sits in the earth for thousands of years, and these elements that haven't even surfaced the earth with decontamination attached to, you have the most mineral-rich water. And so this is where we discovered the ionic minerals that come from the Great Salt Lake. Right. When the Pacific Ocean came all the way out to the Grand Canyon in Arizona way thousands of years ago and carved the Grand Canyon and left seashells and came back, guess what? That water that's sitting in that Great Salt Lake in Utah on the opposite side of Idaho, that is 60,000 years old of highly unconcentrated minerals, okay, that didn't evaporate due to the sun, actually became more consolidated and condensed to where it's the most purest trace minerals that we've ever sourced on the planet. And guess what's happening? We own the mineral rights. We own those minerals, and those 78 trace minerals are completely bioidentical to what your body's made out of, right? And so what happens is when you eat food, you eat vegetables, you eat fruit, you're pulling out the trace minerals, right? Your bone's made out of calcium, your brain's made out of magnesium, your heart's made out of iron. These are the 78 trace minerals that are ionic mineral solution that you put 3 or 4 drops in any water, it turns it into the best geothermal water because we have the highly concentrated minerals that's been sitting in the Great Salt Lake for 60,000 years that turns into the body's an electromagnetic field. So when you have the trace minerals that's like the light, right, to your electromagnetic field, it's the fiber optics to the electromagnetic field. These are the minerals, the rich minerals that only the Great Salt Lake produce, brother. So we have the great water from Idaho, right? And we have this Great Salt Lake minerals, and we created the Ionic M brand. I'm going to send you a video that we shot in Dubai, 8K rendering 3 years ago. I have Neymar. I represent Neymar in China, the biggest soccer player. Ray Lewis is a partner. Magic Johnson is a businessman. There is no celebrity icon person that we cannot penetrate. And again, CBD, we have a full spectrum of proprietary technology with our company called Hemp 113, where we are literally going to kick the best CBD wine, water, food, superfood products, because we're the only way. We take the whole plant. We don't extract the natural oils. We don't extract the fibers. We have a proprietary patent process that we did it for a coffee plant, where we launched a product with Rosario Dawson called BioFocus Plus, took it to the Cleveland Clinic, got a double-blind Cleveland Clinic study, partnered with Tile International, the biggest ingredient distributor, and we sell this ingredient called WGCP, whole green coffee powder. We don't like to use the word coffee powder, being a marketing genius and brand ambassador for it, and putting the whole addicted plan together, because we are able to stop the fact that, you know, a natural alternative to Adderall and Ritalin. I can't say that, but I say that. You know, where I come from, they kill people for the wrong colors and bubble gums. You better believe I'm going to go out with something fucking great.
Right.
Fuck what's going on, you know what I mean? Bring it. It's World War III, brother. Bring it. Whatever's going on, I'm going out for goodness. I'm going out for fantastic living. I'm going out for the family of humanity. This is not no black and white thing. This is for humanity.
No, yeah,
right?
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
So at the end of the day, when your car stops or your gas cuts off and you got a flat, you don't see someone black. You see a human over there, and you go stop and help them, right? So we're with the race for peace. We're gonna get all of the ambassadors, right? That think like that stop to help a person when their tire's out, push a guy's car when he's out of gas, because they realize if I was there, someone has to help me to get it done. So when we identify those ambassadors, those humanities, and put them on a platform called the Race for Peace, right?
Well, I'll top you that. The Be Fantastic movement is in 41 countries. It's a couple thousand strong. It hasn't gone viral yet. Fantastic people, as you know, are kind people. They're polite. They're friendly. They're courteous. They're generous. They're honest. They're civil. Right, and these are the traits of fantastic people. You are going to be right now. I'm going to tell you right now. You're joining the movement, and wait till you hear what we're going to do in December. I've created with Nigel Benz. Do you know who Nigel Benz is? He's a sculptor.
Yes.
Nigel has what's called the Mother of Humanity Monument Project. It's in Cameroon, Africa. It's going to celebrate motherhood. Wow. And I'm involved because every mother on the planet needs to teach their children to be fantastic, right?
Yes.
So you're going to be ambassador number 136.
Wow.
Okay. That's your number. And Akon's brother, Omar, he's number 124, I think. We've got Lucas Bablin, an A-list actor who's in Star Wars. We've got Moses is on board as well. He's in the 20s or 30s. Basically, Moses, you're going to meet Moses very soon. He managed Tupac, and he discovered all kind of rappers, and he's
Bro, I play Tupac. Listen, I have 200 million viewers, 1 million subscribers on the Truth About Tupac website. I have a permanent residency at YouTube Space LA. I have the biggest marketing influencer, social media marketing company that is going to blow your content, your brands up. Okay? I'm going to blow them up overnight. We have a private marketplace. One of my clients in 3 months, $2 million on a hair product. If you private label. $2 million in her account.
Well,
come on, bro.
So we're trying to raise $3 billion for the this monument.
Please do me one favor. I took your advice, okay? And my company is called the Global Good News Network, and you're making me never say my name in mission statement, and I respect you from that moment. But do me one favor, being Dr. Fantastic. You ready for this, brother?
Yeah.
Once I tell you this, you're going to ship. It's going to light you up. You're going to be on fire all the day like you got me going from the moment you said Fantastic. You had me fired up. I was on mute. I was waiting to talk. I was waiting to get her off the phone. We weren't brought here for vodka. I don't even drink.
No.
Okay? I'm a thinker, brother. I'm not a drinker. No thinking me. The point I'm getting to is, brother, you never, because in the beginning the word is the way and the way is the word. James 1 teaches us that, right? It teaches us in the beginning the word is the way and the way is the word. So from here on out, brother, you are never going to use the word try. Did you try to wake up this morning? No. Did you try to be Dr. Fantastic? No. There's no tries in life. When I go on auditions, I'm not trying to get the job. I am the job or I don't go.
I love you. Where are you at right now physically in Los Angeles? Where are you at right now?
I'm in Silver Lake, brother. I'm over here with all the vegans and eclectic cool people. I sold a $7 million mansion on Sunset and Doheny, moved to a $700 shingle, and never been fucking happier, brother.
Yeah. Well, money is the root of all evil, as we all know. And it's you don't want to wish fame or fortune on your worst enemy, I always say. But I do want to make you aware that I have 3,000 interviews on YouTube. I have 150 podcasts. And just so you know, I started. Wait a minute. I started recording our conversation 10 minutes ago in case we want to post this as a podcast. Just so you know. Yeah.
Listen, dude, listen.
So you're a podcast right now. It's not live. It's being recorded. But because we're going to make history here. We are making history right now. Where'd he go? I guess he's putting his partner on the line. Anyway, this is how it's done in LA. Networking, doing the right thing, being a good person.
You're awesome.
Anyway,
You're awesome, man.
We're making history right now. We're making history, my friend. You and me.
It's already written. We just got to play our position. I always tell people, let's make history. The money will come.
Okay.
Here's what's interesting, okay?
Okay.
So I've been on YouTube for 7 years, ever since I denied playing the role of Tupac. Last night I went to Dre's event. For another reason is I know him very well. He hired me to do Tupac's voice for Coachella, for the hologram.
Oh.
That's my voice.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck is up, Coachella? Like, Pac never was around when Coachella started. So then Tupac's mother heard about me doing the voice for Tupac,
right,
for Coachella through voice, and she hired me to do the voice for NWA. And prior to that, I had already had the LOI to play Tupac in the motion picture. But once I found out they sued the mom, put a gag order on her, and didn't allow her to have any creative input on the story, I told them go fuck themselves. I tore the LOI up, and I started something called, with my partner, I'm gonna get on the phone, who's the fucking coolest, soulful white boy from Texas, fucking knows more about black mythology cultures. He is the coolest. I will take a bullet for my brother.
Well, you know what?
Go in the middle of a KKK rally for me. I will go in the middle of a Black Panther rally for him and tell him to go fuck themselves.
Right.
We have toured the streets up, bro. The past 7 years, we got introduced by Layla Steinberg, Tupac's original manager who discovered Tupac, not Moses. No disrespect. I know Moses. But the point I'm making of is this. When you put Moses up, I know D-Love. The point I'm making is this. We own the Truth About Nipsey Hussle YouTube channel we're launching. I do the YouTube channel for Hyperloop.
Okay, well,
Musk Project, the Hyperloop chain.
Right.
Bro, when I say I mastered, when you put a guy like Watts, who really has a hustle, who doesn't take no for an answer, who was trained by Magic Johnson inside YouTube for 7 years, you better believe I'm going to figure out what they're not doing that they should be doing.
Nigel Benz is standing by right now. He's the sculptor that did Michael Jackson's sculpture. He's got a Tupac sculpture that he's designed. And they were going to go ahead with it, but then all this thing happened with the mother dying, and I want to introduce you to Nigel. He's the one that's creating my Fantastic Person Award. And he's a fantastic human being. He's the one that's behind the Mother of Humanity. Are you on the internet right now?
Dude, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Listen, when can we get you, him, your whole team at YouTube headquarters, LA? You just tell me, listen.
Tomorrow.
What I'm saying to you is this is what I want to propose to you. I don't think you realize, and I think you have realized, because you wouldn't be recording and doing podcasts and doing everything knowing that the moment is in the moment.
Right.
It's not just being of the moment. It's not just being in the moment, being of the moment.
Of the moment.
And that's what you're doing. So
yeah.
I'm totally, like, we're totally brothers from another mother, brother. The biggest lie is that Esau and Jacob were brothers. One came out red and hairy, one came out woolly and brown. And we came out of the same womb. So the lie of black and white is bullshit, right?
Right. Yeah, no,
Destroy that
I was
lie.
born. I was
We're
born.
going to destroy that lie.
I
We're
was-
going to bury that lie. We're going to bring the prophecies true, brother, and come and make everyone fantastic human beings
Yes.
now.
Yes.
While it's World War III.
Yes.
The reason why the race for peace is the catapult for your fantastic movement is that the whole tagline is World War III versus race for peace.
You want to know
Do
my?
you want World War III?
Right.
Do you want race for peace? Now, let's draw a line of everyone who's tired of being fearful, tired of being scared, tired of being hungry, tired of being one check away from losing everything, and let's put them on a platform called the Race for Peace. All you have to do is upload your positive testimonial stories, okay?
Yeah.
And now you become involved in being able to sell all of our different products you go to your WhatsApp right now, brother. I am about to, when I tell you, or you go to WhatsApp, put me on speaker. I am about to light you up, okay, because the Halloum brothers, okay,
Yeah.
and the owners of the minerals,
Yeah.
and all of the different products I've been telling you about, okay, when I say we're owners and they're ready to roll out with your marketing, with your all of the groundwork you've done, all of the promotions you've done, it is about to all make sense. Okay.
Well, let me get a word in edgewise. The B,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
the B Fantastic app. That's BE space Fantastic is on both platforms. It's on iPhone and on Android, and it is an app for fantastic people where you're going to meet other fantastic people. You're going to be introduced to fantastic products and fantastic services that's going to help humankind. My byline, because the B is in the logo. Have you seen my logo yet?
Yeah.
Okay, the B represents pollinating positivity, and the movement is cultivating civility.
Mm.
And the foundation behind it is my charity, my 501c3 called the Foundation for World Harmony, and it supports all charities on the planet. But right now we're really helping out the ones that are the one that you're going to introduce me to today, and the ones that I happen to know personally. I don't have United because I don't know the founders of United, but it's all in the family. I'm trying to create a family of like-minded, positive, fantastic people for a unified goal to make the world a better place.
You've done that, sir. That's why it's so amazing.
How do you spell your full name?
Darris Love. I just sent it. If you go to your WhatsApp, I just sent you my United Nations award that I won for the cleaning the water.
Why do I know that name? Do we know each other? Have we met before?
Brother, I'm telling you, we have met. I'm telling you, we've had met before. I know we're brothers from another mother, and it's just blowing my mind.
I gotta look this up. I know. I think I met a Darris Love. Let me look it up here. Do I know Darris Love?
Do you know a beautiful girl by the name of?
I know a Darius Banks, and that's not you.
No, do you know a girl by the name of? Not Talia. She's
I know Talia.
You do. Okay. She's how can I explain it? She's I gotta look her name up.
Is she with Billionaires Row? Was she with Billionaires Row?
That sounds familiar too. No, she's into healing and using all natural modalities of healing.
Oh, okay.
I thought she had introduced us one time in a place called Liberate. Do you go to Liberate in Hollywood?
No. But
yeah. But it's so cool, man, to know that we have like-minded thinkers and people that are contributing to the world in a great place. And I'm sending you, if you go to WhatsApp, I saw you in there with the wonderful beard. If you go there, I have a picture of me with my name. It has my YouTube deck with us at YouTube and what we've done. I'm going to send you some of our products and some of the things that we are doing on the humanitarian side as well.
Yeah.
There's a deck with films that we produce, movies that are humanitarian for the United Nations documentary. There's our bleach tablets that clean the water, the clothes, and the diseases that we're going to be distributing in Africa.
Right.
There's also me at the NWA Straight Outta Compton premiere as Tupac, seeing me interview Snoop and all those guys, and all of our analytics. You can show Moses and those guys. And there's the the GCI charity, where we've put all of the different people and all of the different things we're doing across the globe as a charity. And
what's the name of your charity, Darris? You have a charity yourself.
Yes, it's the Global Good News Network.
The Global.
And I'm not supposed to say good news around you, so I apologize.
Hey, do you know Alatino Brown?
I probably need to see the face.
Because I think he said something to do with global. He just told me about something global today. The Global Good News Network, huh? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
.org?
Yes,
Or .org?
.org. Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, we do need some good news in this world, and you and I are creating it right now, actually, in the last 20 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
This is fantastic. By the way, every time you say that word, I think I told you this earlier, you live 5 minutes longer, because it's not a word, it's an energy.
That's the breakthrough. That's the breakthrough. I was having a very tough time this morning, and as soon as you said your energy, your tone, the way you said fantastic, I felt better.
Yeah.
And I knew that it has something to do with when you say fantastic, something happens with doors. See, people don't realize when you pick up an iPhone or a phone, the reason why they're addicted and they can't put it down, every time you pick it up, it releases endorphins. It's the biggest addiction in the world. It's the biggest addiction, the phone. Yeah. And no one realizes it. And you said it. When you said it, I said, this man knows what he's talking about. He understands the human body.
Well, dig this.
He understands nature. He's in tune.
Dig this, Darris. Ellen, at the end of every one of her shows, she says, be kind to what does she say? She says, be kind to one another, right? Mm-hmm. When you tell someone you're fantastic or have a fantastic day or they did a fantastic job, you made them smile, which made them look good, feel great, and live longer. If that's not being kind, then I don't know what is. And it's a giving thing when you say the word. You're giving, it's an energy. It's not even a word, it's an energy, because the endorphins, the dopamine, and the serotonin that get released whenever you say it. It's a healing word. By the way, the words be fantastic, like one of my speeches, I go to schools, I go to companies, and I'm a motivational speaker, as you know. The words be fantastic in numerology, get this, translate to earth and health.
Wow. That's perfect. That's a perfect.
And I want to put your product, I want to start private labeling, because I'm not going to put a product.
Private label.
I don't want to put a product on my platform that isn't fantastic. And I already know that your product's fantastic. So we're already ahead of the game.
Right. Because that's where, for me, spending my whole life finding these fantastic products, fantastic stewards that have been somewhat, if you're not bit by the green monster, if you're not going the typical route in the world of going about screwing people over to get over, then obviously you're going to be last, right? So you got a lot of guys that got a great technology that are scared to come out, great inventions, don't know how to put the left foot in the right foot. But
right.
They're great at being stewards.
Right.
They're great at what they do.
Right.
And I think this is why what you're doing with your platform and your message is going to create a corral of like-minded thinkers. And that's why I believe when we came up with the GGNN, is it's not that it's not stories that are positive out there, it's just that it's not a platform for them all to exist. Mm-hmm. Right? And so when we use YouTube to go out and get the message, we use Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we aggregate those followers and those people from that platform to us.
Yes.
To our market.
Yeah, we got to we're going to cross. I don't have anywhere the reach you have right now, because it was just created a year and a half ago. But I did find I had an epiphany a year and a half ago for this to be my calling. Mark Twain once said, the two best days in a person's life are the day they were born and the day they discover why. Well, after literally, Darris, 98 professions, I've worked in 98 different professions. My last one was last December when I was Santa Claus. And that's where the long beard you might have seen. The beard's trimmed now. I grew it for a year to be Santa Claus, and I brought such joy and happiness to children in December that I can't describe to you how it felt, other than to say I felt like a god, because the children looked at me with adoration and love like I was God. It was pretty quite remarkable.
Wow.
So I put all the 98 different professions in a little potion called the Be Fantastic Movement, and everything I do now is geared to promoting this movement. And we're going to sit down tomorrow, and we're going to map some things out. We're going to shake hands, and we're going to make history again. We've been talking for 25 minutes. I should have recorded from the very beginning, but at one point I said, my God, I got to get him, because one of the things I record a lot of things because I don't have the memory, because you said a lot of shit about healthy stuff, about, the minerals, and I know about minerals, I know about earthing, I know about grounding, but I got my education, Darris, from hitchhiking around the world at 17. I was orphaned at 11. I hitchhiked around the world at 17. I was raised by beatniks before they died. And so I'm a beatnik. I'm a love of art and family and love. Money is nice because it bought me a nice yacht and bought me nice things, but that's not where it's at. You sold your $7 million home for a good reason. You don't need a $7 million home.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. People don't get it until they're on their deathbed going, I wish I would have, could have, should have. No, you had spirit of discernment leading you the whole time going, why are you overindulging in your flesh? Why are you indulging in your ego? You know this is ego. You shouldn't be doing this. You know you should be helping, and you chose this, right? We all make choices, and we all have to live with those choices.
Well,
and I think some of us
I'm looking at your I'm looking at your picture for the first time. You do look a little familiar as well.
That's what I'm saying, brother. I know we had to meet at one of these red carpet events, and or we crossed paths with someone that knew we were like-minded, or going for the same goal, because I was so blown away.
Well, I haven't grown up yet, unfortunately, or fortunately. My wife keeps saying, I'm 65, by the way, Darris. And
wow.
My wife says, when are you going to grow up? And I said, you married me 38 years ago as a 26-year-old. I'm still 26. Deal with it.
And I met a couple who was married, and they were married for over 60-something years. They were like, yeah, we got married when I was 16 and 14. And I was like, yeah, that's the kind of days we got when you did that kind of stuff, kid. I said, I just got to ask you guys one question, because you guys, when you see love, man, you're like, I want that. When you see two people that are trying to be in love, you're like, I don't know about that. But this couple, I said, what do I have to do to live as long and as blessed as you and have something even close to you? They both at the same time said laughter.
I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna add Nigel in. Nigel is the one that behind the Mother of Humanity project. He called me yesterday and asked me, you're not gonna believe this, what can he do with the statue of Tupac that he was creating? They were going to fund it for $300,000 or $500, whatever it was, and then it all shit hit the fan when she died, and what have you. And I was thinking, how can I help him with the statue? Because Tupac is obviously a pretty big cat. It's not like so. Let me just see if I can add him in real quick. You need to meet Nigel anyway, and you're going to, because Mother of Humanity project is amazing. The government of Cameroon is donating 3,000 acres to this project, and it's a $3 billion project that I'm helping try to raise the money for. But I was thinking, through your followers, we could raise the money if everyone just gave $5 to do the statue. Hold on, let me add him in.
Exactly.
Let me add him in. You're going to meet Nigel is an amazing human being. He did the Michael Jackson Awards. He's doing some amazing things. Let me introduce you.
Okay.
Hold on one second. He usually picks up. Let's see if Nigel picks up. He knows it's important if I call. Most people know if I'm calling it's something big.
Hi, this is Nigel.
Shit.
Sorry, mister.
Okay, well, we didn't get him. He'll probably call me back because most people,
No problem.
when I call most people, they know it's the reason I'm calling them. Something pretty important.
Yeah.
But
it's time to stop what you're doing.
exactly, stop what you're doing and pick up the damn phone. I always pick up the
Exactly.
phone, but it's
Me too.
I believe
Me
in
too.
phone calls. By the way, I'm old school. Texting.
Yeah, all this email and texting, it makes you work harder and not smarter.
Yeah. Well, and plus it's not personable. There's no one of the things about being
Exactly.
fantastic, Darris, is it creates engagement. It opens up people's
Yes.
minds because it just flooded them with a smile, which releases the endorphins and the dopamine
Exactly.
and the serotonin. All three get released, by the way, when you smile. And it's probably the healthiest thing you could do for your sanity and for your health is smile.
Yep.
So
and that's why I knew immediately I got what you were saying. It made all the sense in the world when you said that it gives you 5% more of you being alive.
5 minutes. 5 minutes every time you say it.
Wow.
That's pretty
That
cool.
is amazing.
And get this. Guess what the definition of the word is? The definition of the word fantastic, most people don't know that either. It's unimaginably good and beautiful. That's the definition in the dictionary.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Fantastic. And I sent you some things, and please don't hesitate.
We need to put this on the world stage.
Let's get a meeting in tomorrow, and maybe even we can go meet Nigel personally. And then when he calls you back, don't hesitate to call me back.
He actually is probably halfway between us. His studio is at the 10 freeway and Hoover, which is probably pretty close to you.
Yeah, that's right here by USC area.
Yeah, so maybe I'll see what his schedule is for tomorrow, but I could probably be out there around 10. I'm thinking.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll be available.
Okay, we'll try to arrange that, and wait till you see what he's designing for the Fantastic Person Award. I'm going to create a show, and you're going to help me with it. And it's going to be given, this award is going to be given to fantastic people. I'm going to give one to John Paul DeGioia, because I'm his private captain and he's a buddy, and as a fantastic humanitarian. Barry Gordy and I were dear friends. I'm going to give it to him as a fantastic visionary, because he created Motown. And then we're going to have the fantastic inventor, fantastic environmentalist, fantastic activist, and a couple other awards. And if we could pull this off, in December, the Be Fantastic movement and your global movement and everything else that we're working together will create international exposure, because Elon Musk and Gates and Bezos, all the billionaires that have created some fantastic shit in the world, are going to be invited. Whether they attend, it's all how many connections. It has to be personal connections. Everyone who gets invited has to be personally invited by someone who's part of the plan, part of the movement. You know what I'm saying? And you have access to some celebrities. We're trying to get what's his name as a host. I might have a private mansion as a venue. There's a mansion that my friend said he might put up. It's 1,000-seat banquet room underneath the tennis court on his estate. Perfect private place to host these billionaires and the award show. Keanu Reeves might host it, but Nick Cannon would be a good host as well. I prefer Nick Cannon because he's funnier. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Do you know Nick? Is he a friend?
Yeah, he's a personal friend. We grew up on Nickelodeon together.
Oh yeah. So, and again, he met me once, a long time ago. But I like him. He's got a great sense of humor. Actually, I would choose him over Keanu. And one of the things we want the children, special children, to give out the award to each award to all these 9 recipients, because the children are our future, and that's why I like the Mother of Humanity project, because that's celebrating motherhood, and the mothers of the world need to teach their children to be fantastic.
Exactly.
Simple as that. And I'm glad you have these fantastic products, because it's about getting the products and, you know, putting in getting some celebrity endorsements that are going to make these things notable and get exposure. It's all about exposure. Nobody knows about the fantastic. You know, I introduced this movement to 5,000 people, over 5,000. Guess how many of those 5,000 have ever met someone in their entire life that says the word fantastic in answer to the question, how are you? What's your guess? Out of 5,000. Make a guess.
I don't know. What do you think? What's a good guess?
99.9% of the people guess 10 or less. Out of 5,000, which is a sad number. But the real number is 101, which is still a sad number. That's 2% of the people, since I started this movement, say they're fantastic. 2% of the people. Or who have met someone. I'm sorry. Not 2% of the people say it. 2% have met someone in their entire life that have said they're fantastic. That's what's sad. Not 2% of the people that say it. 0.012% of people say they're fantastic. And it's just, we need more fantastic people. Fantastic people let you in traffic. They open doors for you. They say please and thank you, and they say hello back. You know how many people don't say hello back to you? It's ridiculous. It's sad.
Exactly.
Anyway, so unfortunately Nigel didn't pick up. I'm gonna try one more time, and hold on, and then you're gonna. Sounds like you're getting busy. I can tell you're multitasking right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I got I'll be ready in time for my 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
hold on. Got dressed.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
Hi, this is Nigel.
Okay.
Or maybe even
strike
your
2.
purpose.
No worries. Okay, we'll get together tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep.
Okay, Ambassador number 136, go back to work. Oh, here he is. He's calling in.
You got it.
Hold on. He's calling in. Told you he would.
Okay.
Let me see if I can mix him now. Okay, Nigel. I may have a solution for your Tupac. I've got a guy with 136,000 fans of Tupac. Hang up. Let me call you back.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if I can add him in now. Hold on. That didn't let me add him in. Recents, Nigel, call.
Hello?
Okay, let me see if I could do a merge here. Oh, man.
Okay.
It's not letting me merge. God damn it. Oh, shoot. I don't know why. Sometimes when it's real important, it's not allowing me to merge. Well, for some reason, it's not allowing me to merge. Can you can you add him in?
Sure.
Okay, his number is, let me give it to you. Let me put this on pause here. Okay, so that's technology. I tried to add him in.
Yes, Nigel. How do you do, sir? This is Darris Love calling on the behalf of Dr. Fantastic. I am Ambassador 136 at your service.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, how are you?
I am blessed and highly favored like you, sir. My name is Darris Love, and just to give you a little warm-up and background about myself before you divulge anything, I started out as one of the first black actors on Nickelodeon. At age 13, I booked a show called The Secret World of Alex Mack with Jessica Alba. Did a 5-year run on that show. Then I moved to Sister and Sister. Did a 3-year run on that show. Moved to Angel, Buffy, Vampire, and ended up growing hair in weird places and not being that little innocent, cute, non-intimidating character, and ended up starting to play more of your antagonist roles and your gangster roles. And I had a spiritual awakening, and I realized, I said, wow, growing up in Watts, I worked hard to not be a drug dealer, a gangbanger, or a womanizer. Why am I perpetuating these roles? Just to say I'm an actor. I have a choice. We always have a choice. God gave us free will. And so at that point in time, I cashed out my IRA. Magic Johnson, being a business manager, he once quoted, he says, I'm going to manage you for what you do outside of entertainment. And I didn't understand what he meant at that time because I was only in entertainment. But as you know, success is basically responsibility, and it's stewardship, and we're blessed to be a blessing. So I had a great chance of getting involved with a natural alkaline source water through Mormons. My grandfather had contracted prostate cancer, and in 2004 there was a fastest growing water source by the name of Trinity Springs that I was able to bring my grandfather this water, a cabbage, and some electrolytes, and he came out of a comatose, and I was able to hear his last words before he passed on. Thank you, sir, for the essence, which is the student must become the teacher. And at that moment, I heard the voice. Yes, the student must become the teacher. Yes, and at that moment, I heard the voice, not just voices. You know how you hear the spirits, and then you hear the voice, and it told me that I'm going to use my celebrity relationships and leverage and power and influence to help get this water out to the cancer victims that are dying like my grandfather. I may not have been able to help save my grandfather, but I was able to discover that this water and these ionic minerals played a part in allowing him to remove the inflammation in the plaque. And then most importantly, 90% of sicknesses is due to dehydration. So once he had the only natural alkaline source water that had 78 the different trace minerals attaching themselves to the water molecules, I was on to something, and I didn't stop from there. So I cashed out my IRA again, and I sold my Mercedes and got an Idaho Cadillac, a F-150, and I drove 16 hours each way, $800 in gas during the lawsuit so that I can take 5-gallon alkaline water to other dying cancer victims. And some of these cancer victims were able to remit, and some didn't. You know, everybody's body has a different effect and a different process and a different cancer. And so I got an education in farming and distribution and logistics from the Mormons, even though I had raised over $798,000. They had took the money and gave me a contract in an entity that didn't hold the rights to the water, and they sold it to the Heck family, who owned Corbell Champagne.
I actually know Aaron. I know Aaron Heck. He's a friend of mine in the marina.
I wish I could get a conversation to him to let him know what happened to me.
I can let you.
Broke.
I'll introduce you.
I went broke, and this gentleman by the name of Kip Morrison, who sold it to him, he took my family's money. My dad invested $50,000. I got the group Oppenheimer to put up $450,000, which he did pay back. I was so happy. And long story short, they promised me the bulk water rights, because I had realized that during that time, you know, people, when they go to the water shelf, they're not loyal to any brand of water. They just kind of don't have an education in water. They look at it as water, especially back in 2004, where people didn't even know what alkaline water was. I would go to my grandfather and he'd be like, son, you know, you're in the water business, that's great, but you know, no one's going to buy water when it's free. I'm like, no, Grandpa, it's going to change in the future. You know, like it's not just, it's healing water. It's alkaline water. There's flavor to water. And he's like, well, whatever you say, son, follow your heart. And he never yelled. He never cussed. He never whooped us. The son of a slave, witnessed World War I, fought in World War II. And, you know, this is the way I was raised, you know. And so, long story short, I didn't get angry. I didn't load up my gun and go call my friends from Compton and let's go out to Mormonville and shoot the first Mormon we see because they stole water from us. No, what I did was I prayed to God and I said, you brought me here. This was your doing. I didn't have any expectations. I didn't even know I was going to make money, that there was so much money in the water. I just wanted to get the water out for free for people that were dying because it comes out of the earth for free. So at the end of the day, I didn't feel like I lost anything other than the respect of my father who lost money. And that's when I started to learn what it is when you have investors involved and you go pledge for their money and you have stewardship and you're responsible. So I then reinvented the wheel and went and partnered with a mineral company that owns the Great Salt Lake Minerals, and we were able to merge the water and these minerals in a new brand. And I ended up being a manager for Neymar, the #1 soccer player in China, and we created the Iron and Gem brand. And Dr. Fantastic will send you over our mineral deck. We have the